What do I love most about acting? Well, I love that I get to step into a different pair of shoes each time I step foot on a set. I get to see the world through an entirely different perspective. I know that we're all on this very difficult yet beautiful journey in this life, but I get to portray that. I get to share people's stories, their hardships, their happiness, and their ups and downs. When I'm on set, there is no other place I would rather be. What would you say to an aspiring actor? Oh man, where do I start? Number one, no matter what, you will always have a zit on your face the day of the shoot. Makeup is awesome. Number two, on a more serious note, you are perfect just the way you are. The most important thing I could tell anyone is to love yourself, even your imperfections. Accepting yourself fully means no one can ever make you feel bad about yourself because you already accept all of who you are. Number three, anything is possible. I do not believe in limitations except the ones you place on yourself. I've had people tell me that I'm too fat, too short, or that I'm never going to make it. But what I've realized is that it doesn't matter what other people think of me. The only thing that matters is that I believe in myself. Maybe it's just my stubborn Irish side or my sassy Slovenian side. I'm just never going to let anyone tell me I'm not good enough. And after all, one of my favorite quotes in the world is, "The world will tell you who you are until you tell the world." Number four. My first agent, Peter Dionello, used to say to me, "Do today what others won't so you can do tomorrow what others can't." I don't expect people to hand things to me. I know I have to work hard for my dreams, and it takes a lot of discipline and hard work. Number five, enjoy the journey. We are so often worried about the results that we forget the journey is probably, and more often than not, the best part. Number six, my favorite word is next. It's funny because I'll go on several auditions and people will always ask me, "Oh, how did that audition go?" And I usually don't remember which one they're talking about. Number seven, just because you don't get the part does not mean you didn't do a great job. Try not to judge yourself in auditions, but learn from every single experience. Book the room, not necessarily the gig. You'll never know when they'll remember you for another role, and oftentimes you're not chosen for reasons out of your control. Number eight, desperation is deadly. Be determined and dedicated, but don't lose who you are. Number nine, have fun. If you're not enjoying it, then why the hell are you doing it? Jim Carrey said, "I wish everyone would get rich and famous and realize it's not the answer. I want to do something that I love every single day of my life, that makes me feel fulfilled. And that is why I love acting. It's my dream." Where do I see myself in the future and what kinds of roles and films? Well, I am very excited to be attached to several projects, including a few films overseas. And I recently played a supporting role in Adam Sandler's movie A Ridiculous Six, where I was a saloon girl with Norm Macdonald. It was definitely one of the most unforgettable experiences of my life. I am looking forward to seeing what else unravels the next few years. I have hopes of working on major feature films internationally and nationally, and possibly a few television series. Personally, I would prefer a villa in Italy to a Hollywood beach house, but we'll just have to see what happens. I'm a firm believer in growing where you're planted, so our group that we started last year, FIND, Film Industry Network in Denver, has grown immensely, and I'm very excited to be the founder of that, and of course with the help of Hawk Vaquero, Halo Garcia, Diego Rodriguez, and Colin Flume, and the support of the community. It's been super successful. I'm also working with Kurt Donahue and Don Levy and the Film Commission to help work towards better incentives in Colorado. We actually had our first meeting this week, and it was great. And I'm also in development of my own feature film, which I would prefer not to say too much yet, but I will say that I love the 1940s. Okay, Heath, this one's for you. What part does my faith play in my acting? Well, I'd like to call myself a woman of faith. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I definitely believe in divine timing, that what's meant to come my way will come my way. When I was a little girl, Mother Teresa kissed me on my forehead. I love Mother Teresa, and I love her words of wisdom. She said, "Help a Hindu become a better Hindu, a Muslim a better Muslim, and a Christian a better Christian. If you judge someone, you have no time to love them." Well, part of my acting is learning how to be somebody that I'm not. Essentially, I find a truer understanding of people and their motives, and then I get to step inside their shoes and walk their own way of life, which allows me to have more empathy and love for others. I know that I'm divinely guided, and I know that I have 1,000 angels, thank God. I hope someday to touch people's lives not just through my acting, but through the goodness of my heart. Anyway, I just want to say I'm very grateful to be a part of the Bliss Festival and to be a Colorado native. Thank you so much for your support.